Pretty good.
You look good, the eyes there, nice and clear. On day one, the jubilation ran high, but quickly turned to tears as Jabba was locked inside the recording studio. Yes, locked down by the band, Regurgitator.
Oh, now he's locked me in here. Ah, the funny games begin.
The longer I go without water in here, the less legal case you got in your hands, and the more I just fucking smash the fuck out of your shit.
But as the days turned into nights and the nights turned into even longer nights, I think the band have warmed to me. In fact, so much so that I'm now the new lead vocalist in Regurgitator. Or am I? Stay tuned to Band in a Bubble.
What's more freaky, like watching you guys in there, or
Nah, you out there, freaky.
Have you got some really great new lyrics you can give us?
Marty,
There's a letterbox down there. There's a letterbox.
Marty,
oh, that's like suggestions.
I'm on camera, what are you doing?
Except someone set it on fire last night, so we lost a lot of good material.
What
Kev's here from
happens?
Jebs.
Does people come and like have you around the middle of the night when you're trying to sleep, or?
What are you up to?
We haven't slept yet.
Fucking hell. That's
Oh, good
insane,
move. Yeah, switch off the digital. You've been watching too much.
What are the acoustics like in there? Yeah, man.
It's nice, actually, yeah.
Come do some vocals,
All right, mate,
man.
I'll speak to you later.
Get vocal
Matty,
through
see
the
ya.
intercom.
We're not recording or anything like that. It's all fine.
Cool, sweet.
When the world is watching every move you make, every bad card, every tiny mistake. When the pressure's on, will you step up to the plate and make a rockin' new record fit to regurgitate?
Late at night, things get a bit out of hand. Just people kind of coming up to the glass and making a bit of noise and stuff like that. And it's to be expected, I guess, you know.
I'm actually half deaf, so I sleep through anything, and I also knock myself out with a whole combination of uppers, downers, and stabilisers. But the guys, it's wearing thin for them, so just let it be known there are now 6 snipers positioned 24/7. You come near the glass, you bash it. See you later, head when it
I love the attention, but my dick needs attention.
B&B. Women. Remember what women are like?
Oh, no, I've forgotten all about it.
Do you remember women, Pete? No, I don't want to know about boobs or men's asses, all right? I'm getting out of here to have sex. That's it. That's the end of story.
I'm not a girl, I'm not a girl, I'm not a girl, I'm not a girl.
She's on your chest anyway.
Oh, no.
It's Fashion Week, and there's model things on every day, and that's where...
I think they're going crazy. I think they're going insane. After 21 days, they'll have sex on the brain. The record could be rock or maybe country instead, or maybe people use his drumstick to stab Jabba in the head. Get me out of here, yo.
Yeah. Well, Kev, I think like the labels started going downhill when they started promoting Selwyn instead of the Jebs, you know. I mean, and really, Braxton Hicks is the best event. Kev? Oh, he's gone. How you doing? Jabbatron here. Welcome to the Haves and the Have-Not show. The difference between digital television and normal Channel V television. This is your half-hour update from here in Band in a Bubble. This is the bubble all around us. Capturers. Capturers. That's what I'm calling these boxes. They are capturing our souls and our sanity and bringing them to people on digital channel 802 24/7 until the 21st of September, when the band Regurgitator, an Australian band, will emerge triumphant. Clutched in their claws, because they are beasts, will be a #1 selling album. It'll look better than that, because that's obviously a virtual copy. There are no copies in existence at the moment, but in the next half hour, we're going to show you how far they have come in just 6 days on this 21-day journey into time, into space, into music, into sound. Obviously, vision is obviously a big part of it, obviously. I mean, everything's obvious here in the bubble because we live inside a glass wall. We're locked in. People out there have a laugh. People like Cam Knight waiting to cross live to us here in the bubble. I mean, we are live. We're alive. Lipstick cameras capturing the amazing vocal antics of both Ben and Kwan. They're the only ones allowed in the special booth. In fact, I'm now going to be caned outside for going in the booth even. Over here, obviously, a fascinating camera. This is 2, which basically picks up all the action of Magoo, who is one of the brilliant people here in the bubble with me. 5 other gentlemen 6 people in all, 6 young men, 6 cameras capturing their every move. Just up here, that's what we call Cam 1 or Capturer 1. In fact, they're all named Cam after Cam Knight. He's coming up later in the show. Yes, he's a disturbing young man. Over there is Cam 5, capturing something. But right now, let's capture the vibe here inside the bubble. Come and have a seat. All of you, Hugh, come and... Who are we missing? We're missing everyone, Pete. Why is Pete hiding? Pete's not going to be part of it. He's a little bit G'd up. We need to find out what is happening. It is day 6. There are 15 days left for this album to be made. Let's start with Magoo. You have a chair, young Ben. No. What are you saying? I'm old and tired and past it. Let's just say today we're all in military clothing because not only is there obviously severe situations all the way around the world and we want to be prepared, but earlier today there were noises on the roof and it's not the first time we've heard people up there getting ready to drop in. So let's just find out. Hugh, obviously on camera, he's one of the key people in here. In fact, the key person. You should have the chair, Hugh. Hugh, come round. Come round. Seat and sit yourself on the throne of love. Oh, I'm going to, just in case people do start taking pot shots, I'll just take cover here. You guys take the flak. Got the rocket launcher here, Magoo.
I'll sit down with you,
Yeah, good idea. Let's just chill. Now, this is basically the eating position if you have got digital 802.
There's the stains. Can we get a shot of that, Hugh?
Bit of turmeric here.
Turmeric there.
There's a potato, basically. We're just giving a potato each every night and some seasoning. And we lick it. We do the best we can. We basically lick it and roll it around in the different seasonings and then basically fight over the potatoes. So that one's actually got Peter's name on it, so he'll be having that one tonight. Magoo, day 6, how are you feeling?
Day 6. I'm feeling pretty good. It was good to have a good night's sleep last night. Sunday, the revellers were very kind to us. And we all slept well, and I think we'll all hear the benefits in a couple of weeks that we actually got one night's sleep.
Obviously, the sleep is a vital factor in keeping the machines that are our taut, tight, fit, young, lithe bodies going here in this hostile foreign environment without loving. We need that sleep. The progress, it's been good. I'm loving the tracks.
Oh, well, that's good because you've heard them a lot and you hear them over and over and over again. As the people on 802 would all know that you hear them a lot. And there's a bit more to go.
There is a lot more to go. In fact, as early as this Thursday or perhaps next week, there is going to be a song come out, the first release from the album. We're going to give you a teaser of that in a second. So keep your ears out for that, and we'll tell you release details as they come to hand. We're still working out how we can actually get it out of the bubble. Obviously, nothing goes in and out apart from Kwan's mum with the potato and the spices each night and sets them up. Magoo, is it how you thought it would be at this point?
Well, with the music, yes, we're going well. The rest of it, I had no idea, and I tried not to think about it, and I'm still not thinking. Otherwise, I would have left.
You're doing a good job, yeah. You have switched off to that whole element that Peter and I are flipping out about, and that is being here, being close, So you haven't reached a point where you've had enough. You just kind of, there's a lot, you're just here to work.
I'm just here to work, yeah. You're the entertainment.
Yeah, right. Magoo there. Now, yeah, that's a good idea. Let's do it that way. No, it's better for Hugh. Ben, jump down. Corin can go last because he's being very naughty today.
How long is this segment going to go for?
10 minutes, why?
I don't know.
Do you need to wee?
I've got to do a wee soon.
Yeah. Ben, day 6, how are you feeling? You're pretty amped up this evening. Everyone,
Fun. I'm having fun. I'm getting used to you, which is good.
I'm obviously one of the craziest freaks in close proximity, but there are other crazier freaks kind of just beyond the glass. How are you dealing with the thumpers?
Yeah, I don't mind. I don't mind a bit of thumping. It's kind of strange when people come and stay all day and don't go. People like Steve who, don't you think that's a bit unusual?
Well,
it's not that exciting in here, really, is it?
Well, obviously not, because he hasn't been here today once.
Well, that's true.
This is one guy who's been here since lockdown every day. We'll work for Jabba, we'll work for food, whatever. Stephen is my campaign manager.
He's head of security now, though.
He's head of security, he's coordinating the party afterwards.
Yeah, dance party.
Yeah, the dance party. I mean, so much has happened in here, so much still to come, not even a third of the way through. The sanity of the music. Tell me about the music.
Oh, what's there to say about it? The music, it's happening. It's happening slowly. I kind of wish it would happen quicker.
What's been your favourite bit about making the music so far?
Oh God, I don't really have a favourite bit.
It's all my favourite bits.
I'd say your favourite bit would be sitting under the table watching Pumping Iron on the laptop while Magoo does all the work.
I wasn't watching Pumping Iron, I was watching another film, actually.
I didn't know they made a sequel. Okay, Quan, you're out. Quan's in. Star of Pumping Iron 2, Quan Yeoman. Ring leader here in the bubble.
They did actually make a sequel.
Oh my God, was Arnie in it?
No, it's women's.
Have you got it?
No, because I heard it was a bit of a stinker.
Who cares? It's got women in it.
These are barely women, apparently.
I don't care.
Okay, well,
I'd
that's
settle
obvious.
for mangina.
I know what you'd settle for.
Now, look at that erotic. Look at this. This is quite sexual. If we just have the imagery there and another potato, Quan. Day 6, borderline sanity within myself and a couple of other members here. We won't give out their names, but yourself, you calm, cool, collected. You've got a cucumber somewhere there.
I've got a whole cucumber salad. It's all chopped up mixed with some raw garlic. I'm quite happy, yeah. I'm coasting. I'm tired, but I'm feeling pretty good. And I'm getting to know you, which is nice.
It is nice. I'm wondering, let's just get a little bit more comfy. That's better. I'm wondering, tell me, Quan, what do you miss? What's the one thing you'd go and do right now?
What's the one
if
thing
you could, apart from change your undies?
The one thing I would do right now, probably just lie down and in complete silence in the dark somewhere where there wasn't like thousands of people around.
The beach or the forest, somewhere naturey?
Yeah, I think so. Somewhere natural. Or maybe I just moved to New York. Just kind of hang about and maybe be a bum in Times Square or something.
I don't want to bring up, because we don't have enough time to delve into every single possible issue that's been raised here in the last 24 hours. The mouse, the clicking, the pumping on, we'll talk about later on. Pete, do you want to do a media commitment today, or would you like to chill out? Pete.
No. I understand.
We are going to take a look in just a second. Keep watching, because in a second, I'm pretty excited. It's a song that I thought had gone beyond the brink of no return. Great song, started out. Then they just spent too long on it. And then you see why they spend time on it, because of the drop. We're about to hear it. It's going to be the first release. Are you ready to drop?
I am, totally. I think it's an awesome song. It's great.
The music's going along well. You've recorded 8 tracks. So you've virtually done all your work?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. I'm just going to sit around for like another 2 weeks.
So the bulk of the time is obviously ahead of you. How is that helping you mentally prepare for each minute?
Well, I do have this feeling that we're going to record the whole album and then Magoo's going to turn around and go, actually, we've done it all wrong. Let's start again. And in the last 2 days, it's going to be a mad rush.
Is that that's kind of cool, cool scenario. That's happened before.
Yeah. It's happened before.
When?
Oh, we have to redo something.
You got food around the corners of your mouth?
It's not food. Do we want to take a phone? I'm sorry, Jen. I've ruined your show. Jen works 24 hours, her and the rod.
Yes.
Oh, Lindsay. Lindsay?
Hello.
Yeah, look, see what you miss by not having digital. How's the radio show going?
Good, Jay. You're on the radio show right now, Jabba.
I was told you guys had finished.
No. We just decided not to say anything. We've just been broadcasting you live to all of Australia. And
while we prattled on,
let me tell you,
it's incredibly boring, isn't it? It's incredibly boring, guys, isn't it?
Hey, Pete. How are you, Pete?
Hey, dudes. How you doing?
Hey, Pete.
Yes.
Run!
Yeah, I'm trying.
Hey, Pete.
Yep.
Just quietly. No one's listening.
Yep.
Did you get hooked up with all the sedative?
Yeah, everything's fine. I had a good night's sleep.
Hey, we're good.
You guys are looking out for me. Thank you.
Jabba, what's going on?
Are you guys watching any of it, or are you just getting, word of mouth?
Yeah, just word of mouth. Yeah. Just nil by mouth at the moment.
What is the nil word by mouth?
It's sounding good. Sounding like you're doing very well there.
Yeah, I'm basically launching myself. Who gives a shit about the album, whatever?
It sounds like everyone's snapping all over the place, actually.
Lapping?
Snapping.
Napping.
See, Jabba, we were going to have a segment on our show called Burst Their Bubble, dedicated to the people in the bubble, but it seems like that you're doing a fine job yourself.
Well, look, let's face it, the guys are here to make music. They want a number one album. They've already written all the tunes. They've worked with Magoo before. It's an open and a shut case. I'm here to keep digital television afloat, keep the calls coming in with people saying, hey, love 802, hook me up, my mate's got it. I want to pay more right now. I'll pay extra to get it installed this afternoon. That's my responsibility.
And
the Optus commitment, I mean, every single commitment that's here is my responsibility. The boys don't give a shit. They're here, you know, trying to psych me out while I'm trying to entertain because, you know, as well as being an educator, I'm an entertainer.
You are. That is true, and you are doing such a good job at it. It seems to me that you're wasted in the bubble. It seems to me that I don't know.
Is it that obvious? Is it that obvious? Yeah, well, you said you didn't have it.
Goodness
gracious. They said there were no cameras out there.
I can't see where you're going to go after this bubble thing, because really, your
fucking
profile,
a mile away, as far as I can.
Your profile as it is, like, I mean, this is just, surely you can't just go back to ordinary pay TV.
No, this is the peak.
Me and TV gone.
It'll never get this good again.
So I think
it'll never get this good again.
It can't possibly, and you can't go back to television. I think you've got to take another step up on the ladder.
And go where?
Well, I don't know. Where do you want to go?
Community radio.
No, you could go to I don't know, you could go to bloody Parliament House is where you could bloody go.
Which one?
The big one. The big one in the middle of Australia.
You reckon I could, like, run the car? Oh, you know what? I'd do it for free because I'd get Yahoo to sponsor me. And that way, you know, if that could be my catchphrase, I could be, and Australia's a great country. Yahoo! And, like, you know, cop $250,000 and then think of the tax savings.
Jabba, you're a fucking idiot.
Yeah, I know.
But seriously, the way your profile is now, I reckon there are a lot of people in Australia that would vote for you if you ran for Prime Minister. Because really, like, what have we got? We've got John Howard, Mark Latham. They're not doing anything for me.
Is Kerry Stott Despoja in there?
Yes, no. Senator Andrew Bartlett of the Democrats, absolutely. But he hasn't got the profile. Senator Bob Brown as well. He hasn't lived in the bubble. He hasn't lived the real life like you are living right now.
Who's the Democrat that's already retired on a pension age 32? Is that Aidan Ridgway?
That's Natasha.
Now, one of them's obviously copped the easy life. Hey, tell me, guys, election-wise, you guys are filling in for the chaser.
Yep.
What is your situation re the election? How do we get Latham, Howard, the Greens, the Democrats to the bubble? They're ignoring our calls. They'd rather tour the bowling clubs of regional Tasmania for the old people's vote than give a shit about the youth.
I'll tell you what, the very second they return our calls, I'll tell them to call you guys.
They don't want to appear on Triple J. They don't want to appear on Channel V. Wake up! The country needs a shake-up.
Some of them are coming along. We're getting him to join us to make a super band. We're going to have a multi-partisan super band at some stage during our show. But seriously, I mean, if these politicians won't come in the bubble and they won't come to Triple J, we've got to bring politics into the bubble. I reckon you, Jabba, should run for the Prime Minister of Australia in this coming election on October the 9th.
Look, it's flattering, but just like the Olympics, I missed the boat this year. So Craig Miller and I, we're going to be running for the water polo, elect us as Prime Minister with our pants down party. Boys, we've got to move on to our next bit, which is actually about music. You know, I mean, when was the last time Frenzal Rhomb did shows and released an album and actually did something positive?
Actually, there's shows coming out all around this country right now. It's Rock Against Howard, starting on the 10th this weekend, the 10th in Adelaide at Heaven, and then 16th, Thursday the 16th at the Arena in Brisbane, the 17th at the Metro in Sydney, and then the 19th at the Prince of Wales in Melbourne. That's Frenzal Rhomb, The Herd, and the Brisbane and Sydney shows. Senator Andrew Bartlett's band, Too Green for Summer, reforming for those two shows. Rock Against Howard.
If you missed the dates, Triple J, abc.net/Triple J or channelv.com.au.
Absolutely, or rockaGainstHoward.com.
I like it. We will be rocking against every politician we can set our sights on. How do we get Garrett into the bubble?
Oh, you just tell him that there's a chance you can get a safe seat in there. He'll jump in there. A safe Labor seat. He'll come in there in a second.
All right. Hey, Doctor Jay, thank you very much. We're going to move on because in here about the bubble, it's not about politics. It's about the music. This is going to be the first single, and you guys are going to have a sneak peek to it on the Jays and here on Channel 802 and on Channel V right the way around the country. Thanks, Jay. Thanks, Lindsay. This is how you make music. Bubble style. We love you.
It'll be just all single notes. For choruses.
So, vocals for the drop. Let's do it, Quan. First vocal take for Quan in this week's first week of recording. No pressure. No pressure, Quan.
Step up to the mic, rock a real tight. Always full cream, never skim light. stood slave to the lick. Once you get to know me, I'm a real fucking prick. Capitalist.
We're going to do wows. Everyone, is it wow?
Wow.
Can anyone help us out?
You have to come over here.
You go in the front, man. There's a mic at the front.
There's a mic at the front. We need to wow. This is the metronome here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, that was
awesome. Thanks. Thank you very much. Thanks.
We're gonna chuck that wow in there and see what it sounds like. We'll play it back to you.
Wow. That was awesome.
Drop it now, keep it drop it now. Don't wait the crowd go wild.
Trumpet plays here.
No way.
All I have to do is that's all I have to do.
Drop it now. Drop it now. Drop it now. Keep it drop it now. Don't wait the crowd go wild.
Ross, that was fantastic.
Thank you so much, Ross.
Okay, so how's the drop? Is that finished? Can we put that to bed?
No.
Ben, I'm sick of listening to this stupid song over and over and over and over and over again. I guess so.
What am I doing in here? I can't see.
Yeah, you better roll the whole song. Otherwise, just stick us in a loop and we'll just go round and round until we go crazy.
Drop it now. Drop it now. Drop it now. Drop it now. Watch the crowd go wild. Drop it now. Drop it now. Drop it now. Drop it now. Watch the crowd go wild.
Thank you.
Yeah, Chabatron.
That's
I
enough.
remember like 20% of the lyrics.
I can't believe I did vocals last night. Did you actually record that? Or was that all just a hoax to make me feel special and then just laugh at me when you release it and go, and here's the comedy track, me just going, drop it now.
You can isolate that track, can't you?
Oh, you fucks.
Excellent.
We should do a Jabba remix.
Oh, Hugh is the ultimate cure. Hugh, these guys are from Ringwood Secondary. They've just been at a funeral for this dude's granddad. A bit fired up, they're a bit sombre, as you can see. Not really in a celebratory mood, but celebrating nonetheless. They're celebrating because Cam Knight is out the front, ready to take over proceedings here on Bubble TV on Channel V. Cam.
G'day, mate. How are you? You doing all right in there?
I'm holding it together. What's happening on the outside world? It's all talk about footies and elections.
There is. But, mate, I seriously think Lindsay was right. He just said that he just hit the nail on the head. Like, as you can see behind me, we got the same Jabba for PM poster. I mean, you guys are you've become pretty popular out here, mate. Like, I seriously think you should think about it. And today, mate, it's my birthday, but I woke up and went, screw it. Oh, thanks, mate. I'm going to get you... I got you an application to register for a political party, mate. I reckon you should seriously think about having the Jabbatron party. What do you think?
Is that like from the AEC? Because
Mate,
obviously people only have till 8 o'clock tomorrow night to make sure their details are correct.
Yeah.
Is that for me to register?
Yeah, mate, I'm putting it in the letterbox for you, dude. Like, seriously, I think you should do it. I think it'd be hilarious.
Will you second me? Will you be like vice president?
I'll be your secretary if need be. But look, I got boys in suits, and people trust a boy in a suit. Like, these guys are up for it. They're going to help you out as well, mate. Like, what would be a policy that you'd want Jabbatron to do?
The legal age of 18 should be taken away. We think that 4 is old enough to make decisions for most things.
All right, that didn't go as well as I wanted it to, but what about you, mate?
I like 4. Let's get the youth
Drugs
vote.
and alcohol should be legalised on the streets because people would then escape the music like Regurgitator.
There you go. All right, so drop the legal age to 4 and bring on the drugs. But I don't know, you have to think about it. What would you want for yourself anyway, Jabbatron?
Look, it's going to require deep, dark thoughts there, but obviously the Anarchy Party there, what those guys are suggesting, if it's going to secure the youth vote, Nickelodeon watchers, let's lower the age till 4, get them smashed, and then of course they're going to vote for me.
I know, but ask the rest of the crowd. I mean, seriously, would you vote for Jabba? Yeah! It's not hard, Jabba. I think really you should think about it. Your profile's huge now. I reckon you could do it. I mean, just sit down and have a really good, tough think about what you want, mate. All right, I'll back you. I'll be your secretary. I'll be your wingman.
Oh, Cam, you'll be the wingman?
I will, mate. I'm there.
I'm thinking it'd work well if one of us was a female, so let's talk about surgery when I get out of the bubble.
Mate,
in the meantime...
I'd cross-dress for you.
In the meantime, obviously, people can flip over to the Comedy Channel after they've watched me on The Simpsons and see you on the Comedy Channel doing Hit and Run.
Yeah, mate, thank you. Thanks, buddy. I will cross-dress for you. I would do that.
No worries. Make sure you lock the mailbox so I can get that form.
It's all done. It's all in. It's all in.
What's your grandpa's name?
I call him Tight.
Tight?
Yeah!
Shout out to Tight. Hey, Cam, thanks, bro.
No worries, buddy.
And thanks, Ringwood Secondary.
Vote
Education
Vote
is the
Jabba.
future of anarchy. That guy's got it all, anarchy. That is Mr. Anarchy. Thanks, fellas. Thanks, Cam.
No worries, mate.
Cam Knight there from the Comedy Channel. He's available for weddings, parties, anything. Let's go back to the rundown. Hey, look at this. They just look around, sit around waiting for me to do a TV show. We're on digital 802. Upgrade now before it's all over and you're going, yeah, we'll install you on the 22nd. You go, yeah, well, it's all over by then. Forget about it. Too late. I'm going to go out and have a little break in the compound now because this is where it all gets a little bit hairy. Making an album isn't as straightforward as just going like that. Although, mate, I mean, look. Actually, I think I just pressed Control M, which is like delete memory or something. But anyway, if it was easy as that, there wouldn't be a digital channel dedicated to the making of Regurgitator's 5th album, i.e. Band in a Bubble, Channel 802. And this man wouldn't be sitting here gnawing an apple thinking about what the hell he's going to sing about next, because it takes a lot of thought, as you're about to see. This is what some of the deliberation that you may have missed in the last 24 hours here in the bubble. This man.
We have come from outer space to take your souls from Earth. We are going to fly into outer space with your children and your parents and your dogs and your cats, goldfish, and other material possessions to show our friends what it is like to live on Earth.
Well, I got the greatest friend, he's a robot. Well, he's my man and he's megawatt. He doesn't pretend, never lies, never cheats, never steals from him.
I want it to be heartfelt, like he's compassionate about his friend robot.
It's very heartfelt.
I want it to be, like feeling. I don't want it to be kind of like, I raped the robot.
Just a bit aggressive. That's all I find.
It's still a punk tune.
I don't think it sounds aggressive. Personally, I don't think it sounds aggressive.
Well, that's what I think.
Everything that you're saying, I think totally the opposite.
Okay, well, that's cool.
Like, I've been thinking it doesn't sound manly at all. I've been thinking it sounds
the other way.
Yeah, I've been thinking it sounds dorky. I don't think it sounds like a punk song to me. It sounds like a teenage nerd in the 80s.
Yeah, well, that's sort of what I'm looking for, though. I want it to sound more so.
Like, it's okay for you to say that, but how do I get to where you want me to be at?
I don't know, it feels like it just needs something in there to push it over the edge a little. It's a little bit contained.
I think all it needs is a double.
The vocal, yeah. Well, let's just try it. Like, essentially, I'm just sitting here, just letting it happen, and then.
But when you say wacky, you want it more wacky or dorky. What do you mean? What do you want me to do? Like, you're saying you want it to be dorky, but you're not telling me how to go about it.
No,
you're not giving me any ideas here.
Maybe a bit more nasally. If you would ask me how would I describe being more dorky, maybe a bit more nasally, maybe a bit more dorky. We could have a game of Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah, I could do it more nasally, but I don't want it to be wacky. I don't want it to be a nonsense song. I don't want it to be fucking
longer than
pitch shift, and I don't want it to be, sound like Devo.
Yeah.
Like, I want it to sound a bit like Devo, but I don't want it to be like, I don't want it to be like, I don't want it to be like, whip it. Do you want me to sing it through my nose like Les Claypool and make it dorky like that? Do you want me like, or do you want it to be like,
I don't want it to be dorky. Though.
Or like Johnny Rotten, or do you want it to be like, can you give me a singer that you think it should sound like?
If you think it sounds good and it's what you want in your head, then it is. It's right. All I'm saying is that's what I thought, but that's it.
I can't really hear it. I can't picture it another way.
That's what I can't either. Like, I think it could be dorky, but like, I think if it's dorky, it's gonna. I mean, what? I just don't know what. But I think but there's a bit of bitterness in there.
No, I like that sound.
And the
That sounded
bitterness
better
is a
already.
bitterness against humanity and feeling betrayed from human beings. That's what it is. That's what it is. That's what the song's about. I feel betrayed by my friends, betrayed by humanity. I'm going to put my trust in a fucking machine because that's going to be always there for me.
It sounded good. What did you put on it then?
Just
That's what the
a
song's
really
about.
tight delay, like an 80s kind of. That's
Because you can always go to your computer and turn it on and sit there and you'd be entertained for hours. It's not going to fucking tell you you're a fucking...
bathroomy. Yeah, that's kind of what I think it needs. No, essentially, I'm happy we had this little discussion. I think we should just keep going and stop talking about it.
He is always just fun and he's number one. Taking the time and he can run right through the night and he never sleeps and he never lies down. And I got a friend and he's a robot man. You know I got a friend, he's a computer man. You know I got a friend and he's a robot man. You know I got a friend, he's a computer man.
First rough mix in the bank. In the bank. What was that? First rough mix in the bank.
Well, rough mix in the bank, ka-ching. Yes, it is the Magoo and Ben show, occasionally featuring Pete, Hugh, Jabba and Quan. Not to be bitter or anything. Regurgitator embarking on the mission to record their brand new album here in a bubble in Federation Square. 6 days in, we're coping, we're alive, we've got everything we could possibly want thanks to the very generous help of people like Optus Mobile. Hook into them straight away today. Of course, Foxtel and Ozstar Digital, Xbox, and everyone else that I've probably forgotten to mention and will just be criminally whipped for when I get out of the bubble. But a big thanks to everyone and everyone that's working on the channel all the time. Yeah, there's a phone, but look, people work hard here and you have to shout them out. All the call centres, everyone editing, everyone. Jay, hello. Jay, the viewers, hello, Jay.
This is James, mate.
Yeah, well, they keep saying Jay, but and I go Jay, and they go no James, and I go Jay, and they go no James. So I'm convinced that you are Jay. But James, tell me what's going on. Have you got digital?
Mate, I do.
Is it doing your head in?
Oh, it's I don't know. It looks difficult in there.
It's not. I mean, they're caning the music part. Just living in the glass box here at Fed Square is a spin out. At the end of the day, really. I mean, they know what they're doing. They're making a record. I'm pissing around on TV. It's just, people with signs, people standing all day so long that they wet their pants because they don't want to lose their spot.
Mate, they look like they got a lot of tolerance there.
Yeah. It's like the internet. Too many people with too much time on their hands. What do you think about my whole thing with Quan and his whole computer and the mouse? Is he obsessed?
I think you're giving him a bit of a hard time there. I mean,
yeah.
No, I think it's good therapy, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a good thing.
Quan likes a hard time. James, what's just how are you feeling about the music so far? Is it hit material?
it is. I'm enjoying it. Yeah, I really am against reality TV, to be honest. The Big Brother.
We all
drove
are,
me
mate. Trust
insane,
us.
But I flicked over and just couldn't turn it off at the end. So it sounded really good. I think it's good that you guys have adjusted to the cameras and stuff like that. I think that'd be difficult.
Cameras? What?
Yeah, we didn't know there were cameras in here.
Well,
We
TV.
thought we were just in a box. Now, look, this is basically the nail in the coffin for reality TV, opening the door for digital TV, which is a whole nother world. Now, James, tell me, up there on the Gold Coast, it's beautiful, it's Queensland. Here in Melbourne, it's a little chilly, it's a bit strange, the people are lovely. Has the election or the footy finals gripped the nation? Obviously, the Lions looking at perhaps a fourth straight premiership. Is that gripping Queensland?
Well, not particularly on the Gold Coast. I mean, maybe in Brisbane, but I mean the Gold Coast really.
It's a long way away. Let's face it. What is it? 35 minutes on the 12-lane motorway. Yeah.
I think they're all in the rugby league here. I mean.
Are they?
Yeah, which is a shame. I'm actually a Collingwood supporter, so.
The Pies in 05, mate. Hey, look, James. You got any direction for the guys to head in? What do you want to hear next? What type of music? What type of tracks do you want to hear them record? Fast pop stuff, some reggae.
Well, I like Ben's Peter Frampton rendition there before.
The robot?
Yeah, the robot.
That's a cool song. That's going to be out now. Look, the first single's going to come out in the next week or so. So, James, keep watching and we'll tell you when it's out, all right?
No worries.
Hey, thanks for watching. Keep watching 802.
No worries, man. Keep it real.
Thanks, man. We'll try.
Catch you later.
Yeah, you will. Like right now. 8:02. It'll only last till the 22nd. So fire up. Yumi Steins, a lovely woman, closely attached to this bubble for many reasons, mainly one. And last night she was so keen to escape the bubble that she flew out in a hailstorm. The hailstorm forced her back. We're going to talk to her right after this.
Are you playing the field when it comes to mobiles? With Optus Prepaid, you can tell everyone what's going on inside the bubble. And it's free when you call Optus Prepaid to Optus Prepaid. So get off the grass and get inside the bubble with Yes Optus. Fat cop, hey, fat cop. Have you been living your life in a bubble? Then head to optus.com.au/bandinabubble to download all the latest bubble ringtones and wallpaper. It's the thing. Get inside the bubble with Yes Optus.
Yeah, Steiner, sorry, I chewed up all the time on the show. What is going on? You nearly, you flew into a hailstorm, darling.
Yeah, they had to turn our plane back, so I'm stuck in Melbourne. It's bloody great. I've been hanging out with Cam. I've got 2 questions for you quickly. Are you and Pete okay? Are you fighting, or is there a bit of tension? Just from watching 802, I've got a feeling that there might not be much love.
Yeah, can you shut the door? Yeah, I mean, he's a disturbing guy. I mean, I don't want to go into it here while there's a crowd gathering, but he just wants to watch his back, you know what I'm saying?
Fair enough. And the other question is, it's all about the music, but is there any chance in this recording process that the band will actually rock out as a whole band, with Pete on the drums, guitars all cranking at the same time, like a real rock band gig kind of thing?
Hey, look, I've been urging them and pestering them. Ben, you can come in now because your missus is posing a fair question. Look at all these people.
We've recorded 7 songs like that.
It's not about recording, it's about jamming and rocking out for the young people.
Well, it's about recording an album.
Yeah, well, you're doing that, but in the downtime, instead of Pete reading books and listening to headphones at play school, It's a fair call, Yumi. A very fair call.
Oh, well, we'll plug in now and do something for you then.
They're going to plug in now and do something.
Yes, quickly. Ben, are you okay? Your skin's really glowing. You look like you've just come out of your honeymoon, honey.
My skin is? I think it's maybe because I've, given up drugs since I've gotten here, so maybe I'm detoxing, I think.
Good boy. Thanks a lot.
Thanks, Yumi. Thanks, Cam. We'll see you guys real soon. Safer flying tomorrow. Thanks for tuning in here on Channel V. Switch it over to Fox 8 right now for The Simpsons. Then stay tuned for Cam on The Simpsons Hit and Run. And then Yumi's Pregnancy and Shopping channel is on after that. And then, of course, 802 is the place to be. Hugh, let's go and have a beer. Here's some other stuff that happened. Or maybe it didn't. Maybe we made it all up. Thanks for watching. If you're part of the bubble team, you'd better book in your counselling now. Channel 802 on your digital dial. Checking out TV that doesn't suck. Somewhere cool? See it, snap it, send it. Put yourself amongst the stars. Get inside the bubble with Yes Optus.